Hey, amazing people, out on my walk. And I love to use this time to record because my thoughts come so freely when I'm out enjoying fresh air and getting exercise for this amazing body of mine. I'm reading Circle of Fire by Don Miguel Ruiz. It used to go under a different name that's escaping my brain right now. Prayers. It was a bunch of prayers. He did some updates to it. It's absolutely amazing. So I am going to, starting next week, read that book for you guys. I had stopped reading books because it became a chore. And anything that becomes a chore for me isn't authentic. And I live an authentic life. But I wanted to share with you one of the ways in the book, I knew this, but it helped me to see it further, that I wasn't love, honoring, and respecting myself. For one, I got my heart really broken, which is obviously me not love, honoring, and respecting myself, because before the heart break, before the breaks, there are cracks. Before cracks, there are little warning signs and stuff. When there's too much stress on something, before it breaks, it gives you signs. If you don't pay attention to the signs, then the break happens. I was not asking to be loved or respected or to be honored because I wasn't doing it for myself. Now that I'm learning to love, honor, and respect myself and requiring that of everybody in my life, boy, do I see a shift as to who's still in my life. Now, I wasn't a doormat, so don't cry for me, Argentina. People didn't just run all over top of me. But I did allow people to take liberties and to do things that weren't comfortable, or I didn't have boundaries. I had suggestions, and they were very weak suggestions, and people would kind of just do what they wanted to do. I said no I said yes many times when I knew I should have said no. I spent more money on things I didn't need and went without the things I needed, which is a way I wasn't honoring myself. When you honor yourself, you pay your bills on time. When you respect yourself, you pay your creditors. You don't allow that to happen. Now, that's not to say that you don't fall into a hole or life doesn't bite you on the ass and you have to rethink some things. But for me, it was a constant hamster wheel circle. Have a whole bunch of money, lose a whole bunch of money. Have a whole bunch of money, lose a whole bunch of money. That was my cycle. It's not anymore. But it took me falling in love with myself to recognize that. I also don't like confrontation. So I would allow myself to be inconvenienced so that I didn't have to face a person. That's not good. And that's not self-love. And although I speak up for myself, I spoke up for myself in a way that was comfortable for me. I never went out of my comfort zone and speaking up for myself. So can you imagine, if you know me, then you know I don't mince words. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say, because my father taught me that. But oftentimes, I did say what I meant, and I meant what I said from a broken place, from a place of not wanting to look at myself. So I meant those things because I was broken, and broken people do broken things. Anywho, I just had the opportunity. I also was the type of person, if you were giving me something, I was so grateful for it. I didn't require it to be full. I just required you, whatever you give me, I'll take. Thank you. And that has its pros, but it also has its cons. When you're dealing with someone, like if I was buying a used car, when I was buying a used car, I didn't ask for much. I didn't say, okay, take this amount off. I figured, well, that's the amount they're charging, so I want to pay what they're charging. I went to CarMax where they have the no haggle price anyway. But there are things you can get on the car that I didn't ask for because I didn't want to. I was afraid. Honestly, I said, oh no, I'll just take it. I'm so grateful to have a car. Instead of saying, hey, check this out. Can you put da-da-da-da-da in that package? I didn't do that. Whereas when someone else I know was getting a car from CarMax and I was privy to go with them because they asked me to, they was asking for the goddamn world. They were basically asking for a Tesla in a Volkswagen. They wanted all the stuff. And guess what? They got it all because they just decided that's what they deserve. I loved it. I admired it, but I wasn't a person to do that. Well, I am now. Just because someone is doing something for you, if there's an exchange of money, lots of people are like, well, I'm giving you my money, so this is the service I want. I wasn't like that. Lots of people go over and beyond with it though, because I'm a maker. I'll make something, it'll be on the table, and someone will say, oh, I like this. Now it's already made. I'll give you an example. I like that keychain. It's really nice, but I don't want a pink one. I want a green one. Can you just put green up here and green down here? And over here, can you put a little bit of blue? Oh, is it still $10? And I go, yeah. Not anymore. Now I'm like, no, you just custom made one. Way more than that. Because this is your letter of the alphabet, but you don't want this one that's already made. You want me to custom make you one for the same price. No. No is a complete sentence, people. And so I say, I have a custom price because you're custom making one. Well, can you just make something like that? Yeah, for you, but not everybody wants that, But I had to learn to get to that place because it didn't come easy for me because I was broken, but not anymore. And 2025, which I do believe is a year of accountability, really is proven to be already a year of prosperity for me. I've already received checks that I wasn't expecting right in the mail, the good old-fashioned snail mail, not even electronically, in the mail. So anywho, I'm out on this walk. I think I told you guys I'm going to be walking an hour. I'm going slower now because I'm talking. And if I go faster, you want to understand me. So I'm going a little slower, but I'm going to get off because I need to pick up the pace. But an hour a day, sometimes I break it down. 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. But before the clock doth striketh 12, I have walked for 60 minutes. That's easy for me because I've been exercising since I was 14. And now I love my body too because I used to teach step aerobics. And I'm a thicker girl, like a Serena Williams type. But back when Serena Williams type was just considered manly or fat. So when I would tell people I taught step aerobics, they say, oh, you're not skinny. Bitch, everybody ain't skinny. But I would then try to be skinny. I have overcome what I now understand, the eating disorders. I didn't understand it at the time. I just thought, oh, well, I ate that food, now I'm going to throw it up. I'm going to take a laxative. I'm not going to eat for 3 days. That's an eating disorder. I don't do that anymore. Now I just don't eat after 8 o'clock, but I enjoy what I want during the day in moderation. And I'm exercising. So it's not even been, I started on November 10th. So it's not even been 2 months. And I see a difference. I am slimming down. I'm going all the way to June if my body allows. And I say that because I pray for no injuries. I'm grateful there are no injuries. If there is no, I won't allow time to be the reason I don't do it. I'll make the time. But if I physically can't, because my leg won't work, then I can't. But I don't anticipate that. I'm not calling that as a being. Anywho, I love you guys. I'll be here. Moral or focus of this was learn to love, honor, and respect yourself. On Monday, I'm going to start reading the book, The Circle of Fire. Prayers and all. We're going to have us a good old time. It's not even a big book. So I'll do one of them a day. That's like 6 minutes of reading tops. That way you don't get bored. Anyway, you're about to lose your beloved TikTok. So you're going to be on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram a whole lot more. I love you guys. Stay strong. Keep your head up.